There was an interesting message exchange the other day, actually, with Dan McMeekin. Oh, Mike, you're so sweet. My kids made me a cake today. Somebody messaged him saying, you've got 30k on your head by Dawn to kill you. And he replied back 2 days later saying, look, I'll come meet you, but I can only get you 19 grand. And then he went on to say, you know, but I just want you to give it to Dawn or Johnny and then them leave me alone. Like, I just want you to get them this money. And they were like, where'd you get the money from? And he was like, well, I had 20, but I've only got 19 left now. But I will meet you to give it to you. But then he kept throwing out all these different names, like, is that you from Benidorm and all this? Like, oh, Johnny, is that you? And he kept talking. It's a bit of a weird exchange because I can't put the whole thing up or show the whole thing because some of the names in there need to be investigated because I don't know who they are and I've never heard of them before. So there's like 2 or 3 other names in there that can be looked into now. But I've given all the messages to Billy so the family can look at them. In one of the messages he tried to say that the George family had lent him the money, which is obviously ridiculous. I think he was trying to meet up with the people in the messages without saying in the messages that he wanted to meet up with them. So I think he wanted to go and have some kind of meeting with Dawn or Johnny. And he was trying to say, look, I'll get you some of the money, come and meet me and I'll give it to you. And then he got on to say, look, fair fight, just fists, blah, blah, blah. Which is what we think happened to John George, which is a really odd thing that Dan McMeekin, in the state he is, believes he's going to go anywhere for someone who's got £30,000 on his head and say to them, like, here's 19 pence probably, and let's have a fair fight. It was just very odd. A lot of people keep contacting me saying, look, Dan McMeekin has sent me a message, he wants you to look at it. And I'm like, no, thank you, because I've done that time and time again. 3 of the messages he's sent 3 people this week say that he's going to unalive himself if I don't get in contact with him in the next like kind of 2 hours. And I haven't reached out to him any of the times. I just don't think it's my business to save his life. That's what I feel. And I hope he's okay and I hope he doesn't die. At least before he gives evidence, to be fair. Because he'll get blamed for everything and he'll be remembered by it. I hope everyone stays alive and I hope everybody is healthy and well, but it's not on me. It's not on me. You made videos saying like, oh, me and Hayley were giggling last week because you tried to get the John George family to not trust me or think I was some kind of weirdo giggling with you. I might actually text in my chat up line of, are you Tennessee? Because you look a right state. Nah, but like, why put weird shit out like that when you know the only conversations we ever had is about the murder? So the only thing I can do if you're going to keep saying shit like that is I'll play you every fucking voice note. We'll go band for band, M for M. Literally, I'll play every fucking thing. And people get a real insight into somebody who is so all over the place. 1 minute fine, the next minute I'm a CUNT, then he's on drugs, then he's not on drugs, then he's wrecked, then he's 4 months clean. And it's just like, well, that was only about 3 hours ago I spoke to you. When you were doing line, so I don't know how you've been 4 months clean. It's fucking weird. He is playing both sides. He's playing both sides in order to he thinks he's being some kind of like hero, but he's just not doing the right thing. I do think the way that the world works and the way that the Belfast works as well, if he'd gone on the run or whatever, which he still could now because he doesn't need a passport to move around Spain, he could have just texted the family and said, look, I'm sorry John's dead, but I am not putting my life on the line. I'm not going to grass, I'm not going to be a tout, I'm gone. Don't play games with people though. Don't say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. Like one day I'm going to do this, one day I'm going to do that. The truth is very much kind of like, we have quite a good picture of what happened. There are different voice notes that can't be put online, etc. because of the case. But there are voice notes of Johnny Smith talking about what he did. There are voice notes where he talks about who did what. There's a lot missing. There's a lot missing in like, what did Nicola do? What did Madison do? Who was there for which part? Who was in the cars? Who was driving? There's a lot of things obviously the police will have to work out. I do believe there is other evidence which I can't talk about which proves exactly who was there at what point. So there is more evidence than people know about.